Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Marvel Future Fight video, guys. A patch note has been released this morning, and unlike what we were thinking, those patch notes include a lot of shit for free-to-play players, which is going to make everything so much better for free-to-play players. But also, you know, it's still the Black Order update is still heavily focused on the more veteran players and pay-to-play players. So I think this update is actually well balanced from what we've seen in the patch note, because we're going to be taking a look at the patch note in a minute here, and well, we're going to be talking about what's coming mostly for free-to-play players, because that is really what we are interested in with this channel, guys. But before, if you want to have access to all the best content for free-to-play players, beginner guides, and new players, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check the bell so you can get notified when we post a new video or go live with a live stream. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and every Friday night we have a crystal coupon giveaway. And when there's an update, guys, we go live when the update release. Like tonight, guys, we're going to be live around 11 p.m. Pacific time. Whenever the update decide to go live, we're going to be up with the update. We're going to be checking out the uniforms in the test room, or whatever it's called, and also we're going to be checking out the Wall Boss Ultimate Super Giant tonight on the stream. So make sure you join us, guys. Anyway, let's jump to the patch note right away, guys, so we can see what's going on here. So let's go here, and here we go. Greetings, agents. This is Sam Freeman of Marvel Future Fight. The powerful strike team of Thanos, the Black Order, has invited Marvel Future Fight in May. Prepare to fight against the Black Order with their new looks. These super villains have gained even more power, 4 new uniform and 3 potential awakening, and a tier 3 advancement hero have been added. A new Wall Boss Super Giant ultimate difficulty also has been added. I think that's the thing I'm most excited about, guys. Super Giant Wall Boss Ultimate. No more getting Super Giant as a wall boss of the day and not being able to do anything about it as a free-to-play player. So that is going to be amazing. And for people wondering, what the hell is a Banima? A Banima has been confirmed to be a mid-month update release, by the way, guys. So probably the tier 3 at the mid-month, or maybe it's going to be somebody else. We don't know. We're going to have to wait for the mid-month update here, obviously. There are growth and content improvement to fight against the Black Order. Tier 2 heroes with a uniform discount. A guide quest has been added. The guide quest actually looks pretty awesome, guys. We're going to jump in that pretty soon. Dispatch mission changes, story and shield lab has been improved. This is actually pretty awesome changes, guys, for especially free-to-play players, but for everybody too. Let's be honest, it's good for everybody. Check out the update details below and prepare to fight for future battles. So uniform, we have 4 new uniform, guys, for Super Giant, Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, and Black Dwarf. Check out the ability of these heroes that now possess new powerful weapon and armor. By the way, guys, if Black Dwarf actually get a huge upgrade with this uniform, we might actually go for him in a near future. I mean, probably during the month of June or July, whenever we get a all uniform cell mixed with a spending crystal event. That is when we're actually going to go with spending our 10,000 crystals. So when that happens, we might be building him based on the review we get from content creators to actually test him out at fully awakened, because my plan has been to get Venom up. But if Black Dwarf can actually get about the same performances than Venom, why go for tier 3 when I can just go for a tier 2.5, which is much cheaper to get, honestly. But anyway, let's go with those uniforms here. By the way, guys, from what I heard on the stream, those are actually Netmarble original uniform. That's kind of what they were saying. They were saying they were original uniform. The dark obsidian armor, I think they did an amazing design on them. As always, that's Netmarble. They always do amazing design. So all uniforms are going to be 1050 crystal in special, from what I can see here. Yep. all 1050 crystal, and 2 of them actually changed class, which is Corvus Glaive become a speed character and Black Dwarf become a combat character. So I'm actually expecting a Body Mod to become a blast character too, but that's just me. So they're gonna be staying super villain, obviously. Now if we look at the skills here, uniform effect for Super Giant, right? Yeah, Super Giant here. Change effect of skill, Dark Silence, change effect of skill, Mind over Matter, apply to self, 25% increase in your defense, which is pretty awesome. Ignore target dodge rate by 25%, and a 50% chance to penetrate with barrier, shield, all damage immune, and invincible effect, which is pretty awesome. Now the Dark Silence passive effect here, activation rate when it applied to self grants 75% invisibility and ignore targeting for 2 seconds, which is gonna make her better for PvP. The tier 2 passive here applied to self, increase all resistance by 33%, increase guaranteed dodge rate by 33%, and that all damage received by 33%. I don't really get the 33% here. It's kind of weird, but hey, it's 33%. It's nice. And then we have change on all 5 skills here. Skill number 1 is going to bring some stun, and you can see all your skill actually have mind damage. By the way, guys, she is going to be a full mind damage characters. Skill number 2 has some stun too, nothing special on those 2 skills, to be honest, but we're gonna see more of them when we actually test them in the testing room, obviously, when the update goes live. Third skill, ignore targeting, is that's actually pretty awesome. And apply mind control, also increase damage by 75% for 1 attack. I think that's going to be awesome. And also damage received increased by 30% that you apply to the enemies, which is going to be awesome, but it does not ignore immunity, so that is not that great, but still pretty solid, guys. That's going to be a good PvP skills. Now we're going to have to wait to see if it does a good amount of damage. I think that's going to be very important. Next skill, active skill number 4, puppet control. Apply to enemies, paralyzes for 1 second, only 1 second, but still pretty good. 15% decrease of all defense, stack up to 50%, ignore immunity. Apply to self, increases skill damage by 50% and bonus damage by 50%. That is weird. That's actually on the active skill instead of being on a tier 2 passive. That is pretty weird, but that is pretty damn strong. That 4th skill is going to be a huge buff, guys. And then if we move to the 5th skill here, silence 1 second is going to be good for Alon's Battle Extreme, probably. 15% recovery on max HP, increase all attack, all defense by 40%, all speed by 35%. Speed by 35%, that makes no sense, because that make her you know, the speed higher than the cap. Well, maybe it counts on the movement speed too, so maybe but that's weird. I never seen 35% speed. Maybe it's a typo, maybe it's real. And critical rate increased by 40%, also remove incapacitation. So far, you know, 5 great change on those skills, guys. We're gonna get more iframe, we're gonna get more CC. She's gonna get a lot more survivability. She is not getting any immunity or anything like that, so that healing is going to be very, very important, and staying in iframe as much as possible is going to be very important too, from what I can see here. If we move to the second characters, we have Corvus Glaive. Like we said earlier, guys, Corvus Glaive become a speedy character. A uniform effect, change effect of skill, Dark Immortality. Applied to self, 20% increase of physical attack, increase damage dealt to superhero faction by 30%, which is going to be pretty damn good. Dark Immortality tier 2 passive applied to self, increase guaranteed dodge by 25%, increase guaranteed critical rate by 25%, and increase skill damage by 25%, bonus damage by 15%. Skill number 1, we have a revamp on all 5 skills, by the way, guys. Skill number 1, stun. Skill number 2, silence, might be good for Alliance Battle Extreme, you know, super villain speed and super villain. Well, I can't find the words here. And then we have skill number 3, apply to all enemy, bleed, remove elasticity, paralyzes, ignore immunity, which is pretty nice, and ignore defense, not ignore defense, but defense down, stack up to 50% with ignore immunity, which is great. Recover HP equal to 10% damage dealt to the target for 5 seconds, can recover more than 10% HP. Still pretty solid, and also reactivate 0.3 seconds after activation, so that's you can just keep restoring that HP over and over. From what I can see here, guards against 8 hits is going to be quite useful. It's not immunity, but it's still nice. Skill number 4, stun, super armor, increased damage by 70% for 1 attack. Pretty good kit here. And then the skill number 5, invincibility for 6 seconds and 55% increase of all attack for 10 seconds. So that's going to be the main skill to be used early on. So you want to use like 5th skill, then 4th skill, then heal with the 3rd skill, something like that, guys. We're going to have to see the rotation we need to do with him eventually, but looks pretty dope as a kit, guys. Next we have Proxima, the tier 3 character of the update, guys. A lot of change with her, to be honest. Uniform effect, change the effect of skills, relentless pursuit, whatever you say this word, guys. The Demolisher and Dark Premonition also apply to villain allies, increase damage dealt to superhero faction by 40%, increase damage dealt to super villain faction by 35%. So not only she become a tier 3 character, she becomes a lot stronger, but also she becomes a support character for other super villain, which is actually pretty outstanding. So if we go in the change skills here, by the way, guys, everything has changed for her, from the leadership passive, tier 1 passive, tier 2 passive, and skill number 1 to 5. So huge upgrade for her. So the passive, the leadership, apply to all allies, ignore target dodge rate by 45%, critical damage increased by 30%. Pretty awesome. Critical damage kind of waste there, to be honest, but the dodge rate is going to be awesome. Relentless pursuit here, activation rate when HP is below 40%, apply to self, 40% recovery of max HP and invincibility for 5 seconds. That is great. Survivability improvement on her, definitely. And the tier 2 passive, the Demolisher here, applied to self, 50% chance to penetrate with barrier shield, all damage immune, invincible effect, increase skill damage by 30% and bonus damage by 30%. Effect reactivate in 7 seconds after remove. So if the effect is removed, it reactivate, which is pretty awesome. So probably for mainly the penetrate damage, probably. And now if we go with the skill number 1, shock damage, stun, which is pretty decent for our skill number 1. Skill number 2, bleed, remove elasticity, stun, silence, universal supervillain with silence. This is going to be awesome. She might be able to be a main character while in battle extreme during the silence season. Skill number 3, we get shock damage, defense now up to 60%, but does not ignore immunity, so that's kind of a waste. Increase guaranteed dodge by 30%, increase guaranteed critical rate by 30%, which is both super good. Then you have the skill number 4, tapping and holding a skill icon will charge the skill, and releasing it will commence the attack. Now if you don't charge the skills, the attack is going to be a lot weaker, and it's not going to be the same. Well, you're not going to get the full attack, because if you don't tap and charge, she's not going to finish the attack at the end of the attack. She's just going to do the first part and ignore the rest, pretty much, from what we've seen on the live stream, the official live stream yesterday. Apply to enemies, deal shock damage, stun, incapacitation, remove active buff from the target, paralyzes immunity for 2 seconds, which is pretty solid. And then apply to self, increase all attack and defense by 60%, speed by 1%, critical rate by 30%. Also remove incapacitation for 7 seconds and 100% chance to immunity to all damage, which is pretty solid. And then skill number 5, 30% decrease of all attack to enemies, deal 50% shock damage every seconds, bind, which is pretty nice. And then apply to self, 10% recovery of max HP, invincibility for 3 seconds, another all attack all defense buff, and the speed buff, so 40% there plus the 60% for the 4th skill. Now do they stack? So hopefully they stack. If they don't, you're gonna have to, you know, go with those skills so you actually always have a attack buff on. That's my guess here, but we're gonna have to wait and see how it goes. So that was the Proxima uniform. Next, guys, the Black Dwarf uniform. Black Dwarf becomes a combat character, supervillain. All skills has been changed, same as Proxima, guys, from the passive, leadership, and skill 1 to 5. So change the cycle skill, Dwarf Charge, Numb the Pain, Blind Rage, and apply to self, 20% increase of of HP, reflect 100% physical damage received up to 150 of max attack, and decrease all damage received by 30%. So a good character is going to be to face against physical character in PvP, obviously. Now, if we go with the leadership here, apply to all allies. Activation rate 50% chance rate when hit, 100% chance to become immune to physical damage. So it's going to be awesome again. Physical attacker here because of that leadership, obviously. Then the tier 1 passive apply to all to all Black Order allies. Decrease damage received from a reflected effect by 60%. Effect of physical reflect immunity to stun effect and guard break immunity. It's actually pretty damn cool tier 1 passive here. And then the tier 2 passive activation rate when HP is below 90%, apply to self, 7% recovery on max HP for 5 seconds, and increase skill damage by 35%, bonus damage by 25%. Very strong tier 2 passive. Is going to make him give us so much survivability. That is going to be amazing. And then if we go in the active skill here, guys, apply to enemies. Skill number 1, stun, which is great. Skill number 2, ignore immunity. So PvP skill here, there we go. Incapacitation, remove active buff from the target. And he's going to be able to use that skill every 4 seconds when you actually have max skill cooldown. That's going to be awesome. Ignore immunity, ignore targeting skills that has only a 4-second cooldown. That is usually a game changer for PvP. Skill number 3, move using the V-pad while holding the skill button, so you can use the skill and just move around, which is great. Deal 20% bleed damage every 1 second and remove elasticity. And apply to self, increase all damage and defense by 35%, speed by 8%, and the critical rate by 35%, and remove incapacitation. Awesome. Third skill here. Skill number 4, apply to enemy, stun, fracture, 25% decrease all defense stack up to 50% with immunity, and then apply to self, 50% chance to penetrate with super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune effect, 25% increase of max HP, and 35% increase of all attack. So all attack buff from the third skill, all attack buff from the fourth skill. This is just outstanding change for him. And then you have the fifth skill applied to enemy, stun 4 seconds, bind 1 second, paralyzes 2 seconds, ignore immunity. Applied to self, ignore target dodge rate by 40%, 100% chance for immunity to all damage, accumulate 10% of true damage dealt to enemy regardless of dodge, defense and dodge rate. The accumulated damage, true damage cannot pass 10,000, and plus 1.1% increase of all attack for each 1% accumulated damage proportional to max accumulated damage. This is an awesome fifth skill. So guys, he gets 7 seconds of immunity to all damage every 8.5 seconds. He gets a massive healing from that tier 2 passive, and he gets a huge kit, guys. That might actually be an amazing combat supervillain here. We're gonna have to wait for testing from the content creators that test everything, like Forgo Nation, for example. We're gonna have to wait for the deep testing on this characters, but I do believe this character is gonna be one of the best combat supervillain in the game, especially he's getting awakening skill. Now the new uniform skills are based on skill level 6 stats. The 4 uniform will be on a 40% sale, so we're back to 40%, no more 50%, guys, during the update celebration event, and will be available for purchase in the Marvel uniform and uniform room after the event. Body mod dark obsidian armor will be displayed in game after the update, but will not be available for the purchase. The purchase schedule of this uniform will be announced later on. Then we have 6 new potential realized heroes. We have Supergiant, Goliath, Killmonger, Eula's Claw, Whiplash, and Yellow Jacket that can be up to level 70. Then Proxima Midnight, tier 3 ultimate skill. The Invincible Warrior of the Black Order Proxima Midnight is now available for tier 3 advancement. Check out the powerful shockwave emitting from the tip of her spear, and Obsidian Shockwave is the skills. It's going to deal 50% of shock damage every second, stun 3 seconds, remove active buff from the target, defense down up to 70%, ignore immunity, 30% recovery on max HP, which is awesome, ignore target, rage by 70%, 60% to penetrate with super super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, and invincible effect for 7 seconds, invincibility for 9 seconds, remove all debuff for 5 seconds, accumulate 10% of true damage dealt to enemy regardless of defense and dodge rate. The total accumulated damage cannot pass 10,000, and 0.6% increase of all attack for each 1% accumulated damage proportional to max accumulated damage. So very, very strong tier 3 ability. Not only the tier 3 ability is going to be doing a shit ton of damage, but also it's going to buff the damage from all your skills for the next 8 seconds, which is going to be pretty damn awesome. And here you can see the skills a little bit, which actually looks pretty cool. I know it's a little bit of small windows, guys, but we're going to be showcasing on the live stream tonight, definitely. Corvus Glaive, Super Giant, Black Dwarf get the potential awakening and transcendent potential. Potential awakening and transcendent potential has been added for these 3 Black Order members through the May update. Check out the awesome co-op skill that the super villain will present. So here we go. For Corvus Glaive, apply to enemy 50% bleed damage every 1 second, remove elasticity, stun for 4 seconds, mind control for 2 seconds, damage received increase by plus a 5% capacitation, remove active buff from the target, 55% decrease of all defense up to 65%, ignore immunity, apply to self, critical rate, critical damage by 35%, ignore target dodge rate by 70%, invincibility 8 seconds, remove all debuff 8 seconds, accumulated true damage dealt to enemy regardless of defense dodge rate, can pass 10,000 again, 0.5% increase of all attack for each 1% of accumulated damage proportional to the max accumulated damage for 12 seconds, increase all attack by 25%, all defense by 25%. So very strong ability here. What's the name of this ability? I don't know. I don't actually see the name. Oh, Loyal Strike, that's the name. Then on the Super Giant, Psionic Dissemination, guys, 50% bleed damage, stun for 4 seconds, mind control for 2 seconds, damage received increased by 5%. It looks similar to DR. It's pretty much the same as Corvus Glaive, so, and it's bleed damage. Both do bleed damage. Yeah, it's exactly the same, except that it's going to be mind damage instead of physical damage. You can see everything else is pretty much the same, except the amount of accumulated damage is 1% increase of all attack for each 1% accumulated damage instead of 0.5% on the Corvus. And then if we go with this guy, it's going to be pretty much the same here. Blade, stun, mind control, capacitation, defense down up to 65%, the same buff, and no accumulated damage, though this is what it's not on this one. Well, this one does not have increased damage, right? Yeah, no increased attack. Oh no, she has increased attack 25%, my bad. They all have increased attack 25%. This one's going to do physical damage, or it's going to increase damage by 50% for 1 attack instead of getting accumulated damage from this skill, pretty much. You can see all 3 skills here in action. You can see they are. We are going to see more of them when we actually go on the live stream on a much bigger screen, by the way, guys. Next, guys, we have more shit to talk about because there is a lot coming with this update. A lot more than you will expect. So Shield Lab content adjustment actually changed are amazing, by the way, guys. Each content of the Shield Lab has been revamped. The processor has been changed to the craft system. You can enter the craft system through the game menu at the upper right corner here. You can see craft. You enter there and the original processor level before the update will be reflected in the craft system. Agent that have not used the processor on the Shield Lab will begin the craft at level 1. And you can see you can have rank up materials. Rank up materials, I do believe that it's going to be characters, biometrics, materials, advanced material, consumable, upgrade items, and events. So it's going to be event. No idea what's going to be there, guys. We're going to have to check that out tonight on the stream to see what is everything in this new crafting craft labs. You can now craft tier 3 and potential awakening material. I think that's the outstanding thing from this update. People who's been complaining I have nothing to do about my phoenix feathers for a very long time. Well, now you're gonna be able to do a shit ton of stuff because you're gonna be using, see, a sense of dimension, for example. You have too much, you can use that with the phoenix feathers and bam, and actually make that. You're not gonna be require antimatter anymore, so that's gonna be awesome. It's just gonna costs a shit ton of gold, and you can skip if you don't have the mats with using crystal. So whales are going to be able to get more mats, which is awesome for them. The craft result rank of custom gear comic card and enchanted hero has been changed from 1 to 4 star to 3 5 stars. So now you're gonna be able to get 5-star cards from the crafting system, which is pretty awesome. Sorry guys, been talking for like 25 minutes straight. Let me get a sip of water here. Those are huge patch note, man. Okay, antimatter generator and warp device has been removed, so no more freaking antimatter to be bothered with, guys. It's gonna be awesome. These content will now be available after the update. Some of the material used for enhancing the level of the antimatter generator and warp device will be refunded. Awesome. The items shop and dimension token system moved to the dispatch mission. Several function has been added to the dispatch mission for your convenience, and the shield lab item shop has been transferred to the dispatch mission. Dimension token have been added to the supply that are acquirable after dispatching characters. Those tokens were to refresh the item shops for free, so you're gonna be able to get them from there now. All faction and all species have been added to the filter function on my team screen. Finally, they actually listen to us from our feedback we actually give them from the last update, so that's actually pretty awesome. So now you'll be able to select, like for example, I need creature for to get those stars up, those challenge up on the dispatch mission, so you can actually see which characters are actually creatures. That's going to be awesome. Bonus dispatch XP can be obtained based on the hero growth grade. The amount of dispatch XP will be increased based on the growth rate for each sector. Due to the addition of the bonus XP, the current growth grade section has been specified, so increase combat power to earn additional dispatch XP. So we're gonna be able to see that when we actually can access and test, you know, what's the best thing for us to actually put there. And equip dispatch mission characters can be dragged and moved to other slots now, so that is great. You can move it around and, you know, jungle with him if you want to. Some UI such as the grow grade rewardless and result screen has been improved, thankfully, because there was a lot of well, it was kind of hard to find all the information you needed, so hopefully that's going to be great. When there is a sector that has reached the maximum supply time in dispatch mission, a push notification will be sent or a notification message will be displayed in the the challenges navigation screen, which is actually pretty awesome. The item shop of the shield lab has been transferred to the dispatch mission. The original item shop level before the update will be reflected in the item shop. Agent that have not crafted the item shop of the original shield lab, this guy, will begin at level 1. The rank material for the item shop have been changed to gold and gear up kit instead of anti-matter, which is pretty awesome. And the item shop will be available, accessible through the store menu. And here you can see the token we're talking about, guys. Now you're going to be getting them from the dispatch mission. I don't know if you're going to be able to, yeah, you're going to be able to refresh till the refresh button is the bottom on the right here. So you're still going to be able to refresh, one free refresh a day, and then free refresh with the dimension token. So that's going to be pretty solid here. And you can spend the token to get some extra mats. Pretty great if you don't want to spend the gold, honestly. Wall boss super giant ultimate difficulty. I think that is the biggest thing in this update, in my opinion, guys. I got like super giant wall boss update for like 5 times in the past 2 weeks, and I'm a free-to-play VIP 0, so I cannot refresh the wall boss ultimate the date. So that really been a bummer for me. So that change, bringing super giant wall boss ultimate, is a huge change for me. We are going to be clearing stage 1 to 5 on tonight's stream, by the way, guys. Wall boss super giant ultimate difficulty has been added. Challenge this wall boss with the new difficulty. If there is a record of clearing super giant normal difficulty stage, the ultimate difficulty will be unlocked after the update. To 10 record the universal Odin blessing of balance tier 3 materials and more can be obtained in the super giant ultimate difficulty. Here you can see some of the stuff that is available there. The challenges and wall boss record has been added to super giant ultimate difficulty. You can acquire biometrics of the according wall boss or X-Gene by clearing a wall boss ultimate difficulty stage for any wall boss that have an ultimate difficulty. So no more wasting your entries on normal wall boss just to get their biometrics. I think that is another amazing change we're actually getting. Story content improvement. You can now acquire hero XP through the normal mode and story mode and use the newly added function to sell story fragment. Now we don't know what we're going to be getting, how much gold we're going to be getting for selling story fragment, but it's nice to have the option for all the extra fragment we get now. Hero XP can be acquired by clearing a stage of a story normal mode, although most people don't do normal mode anymore, but still nice. If we go down here, shield, uniform, and alliance XP cannot be acquired. Boost point, agent level, and VIP acquire XP when using instant clear effect will not be applied. The first clear reward of some stage has been changed. Original level up Captain America, Black Widow, and Iron Man changed to acquire additional character XP. A hero that already has reached the maximum level will not be able to acquire the first clear XP. So the first clear XP is going to stay there till you actually bring characters that can actually use XP from what I can hear here, what I can read here actually. Story fragment can now be sold. We're going to have to wait to see how much we can get from that. A chat message will be added when acquiring Odin Blessing premium cards, 6 stars Awaken Ezo or CTP as a story fragment combined rewards, which is going to be a nice way to tell your people that know your name, hey, I got something good and you haven't. That's pretty much it. Guided quest here. The guided quest where you can upgrade some heroes to tier 2 has been added. So this is a amazing, freaking amazing free-to-play changes, guys. Addition. Basically going to be a guided quest where you can get 10 characters that you don't have to tier 2 yet to tier 2 just by doing a few quests, a little bit like we did with Winter Soldier when we started this account. We're going to be able to do that with 10 different characters, which is going to be outstanding. 10 free tier 2 is always useful. Select the one hero that designated hero and upgrade the selected hero to tier 2 by following the quest. When you already have all the designated hero to tier 2 level 60 or above, you cannot begin the guided quest. So here you go. You can see here, you select the characters, you do the quest. You're gonna have a few quests here and you get a bunch of rewards, which is actually gonna be pretty awesome. You can purchase a designated uniform at a discount price while proceeding the quest of the selected hero. So here you can see you can have the latest uniform of Loki at 50% sell, for example, if you're doing the Loki quest, which is pretty awesome. Now you have all the characters and uniform. You can actually do that. You can do this a maximum of 10 times. If you do not own the characters, you're going to have the characters at 1 stars level 1 to get started. So Loki, Hulk, Venom, Falcon, Hawkeye, Shuri, Rocket or Raccoon, Groot, Yondu, Wasp, Vision, Ghost Rider, Blade, Thor, Dr. Octopus, Daredevil, Black Bolt, Ant-Man, Iron Fist, Spider-Man, and Miles Morales. So those are the characters going to be able to get there. And the uniforms you're going to be able to get 50% sale here, or you know, Agent Asgard, Immortal Hulk. I'm not going to name them all. That's going to be too long, guys. You can see it here. The latest uniform for each of those characters is going to be available here. I'm actually quite surprised they actually put the Vision Marvel Studio in here. I think that's actually pretty outstanding here, guys. Except the Spider-Man, they are actually give you the Avengers Infinity War uniform, which is, I don't know, not the best. But that's pretty much it. The rest is actually pretty much the best uniform for all of them. So that's actually pretty great. 50% sell on those uniforms when you enable their guided quest. The discount benefit will not be applied when you already own the uniform. The benefit is this benefit is different from the first purchase benefit distributed for new account, and the guided quest discount benefit will be applied as a priority when purchasing a uniform. Additional benefit from repurchasing some items. When repurchasing some items, sometimes the items within a set period of time, you can acquire additional bonus crystal. You can see here 25 bonus crystal here, for example. For that, you can see 25 bonus crystal for Tony Stark stash, get 20 biometrics daily, get 20 exchange daily, daily boost shield, special support, special daily growth, repurchase benefit owl period 3 days before the item expired, so 3 days and 3 days after it expires. So when a 6-day window, if you get the package back, you're gonna get an extra 25 crystal. I don't think it is, you know, that big, but it's a nice little boost here. A new season of Future Pass with improvement in new special icon. A new season of Future Pass will begin after the update. Various rewards and a special icon can be obtained through the Future Pass. Here you can see all the rewards. Are going to be a reward for the Weather Witch, weather for Spider-Man here, and the rest of the rewards are pretty much the same as usual. See, the free one is going to give you a 6 stars rank up ticket and a 300 premium card token, which is watching, you know, the good stuff. And then you have the legendary pass and mythic pass after that. The future pass effect will apply immediately upon purchase and cannot be refunded. Legendary and mythic future pass will only be available during the season the pass was purchased, so please do not forget to check the remaining event time. The mythic pass can only purchase after purchasing the legendary pass. The legendary and mythic future pass will not be available for purchase near the end of the season, so please check the sales schedule in games to make sure that you don't get like 2 minutes before it expires and you actually miss on claiming your rewards. For example, some function of future pass has been improved. The future pass menu will not be displayed on the main lobby screen after acquiring all the rewards from the normal mythic future pass. Once you are done with the future pass, it's gone from your screen, which is awesome. Pop-up screen has been added to enable our agent to immediately use the special icon upon acquiring the ether through the future pass reward, so people will not be like, hey, I did not get my icon. Yes, you got it now. You acquire, you use, and boom, you're good to go. Improvement has been made to enable the use of special icon item store inventory from the select icon screen here. You can see acquiring here directly from the screen here, which is great. Also, there's a special icons that can there are special icons that can represent our agents. Collect the 2 new icons from the future pass and the 1 more from the upcoming event store. I think that the new one, the Black Order one, actually looks pretty damn dope. New uniform collection. Check out the new uniform of the May update. There are rewards for completing a collection, so be sure to claim them. The rewards kind of shit though. For 150 Titan combat pack will be better if it was some crystal, but whatever. That's just me here. Other information: the UI has been improved when changing the craft combine option of a select premium card. Here you can see you can, you know, select shit much better. It looks a lot better, to be honest. It does look a lot better, and they can actually see, you know, the bonus stats you have, which is great. A magnifying glass button has been added in the pop-up screen of upgrade ticket items to be able to check the detailed information on a hero, so you can see, hey, is that hero close to be you know, tier 2 manually? Should I use a tier 2 ticket on it? So I can't tell you a little bit more idea about the characters, which is great. Now if you can see here, you kind of see the characters. The achievement level has been expanded from the original level 75 to level 100, so you can get a bunch of extra chests and extra crystal. The eating issue of a certain devices has been improved. The issue of certain structures blocking the screen in timeline battle has been improved. While touching the button, the purchase button in the special offer of legendary battle pop-up screen to confirm the purchase has been added. Dialogue has been added in the World Boss Legend Mephisto Magic Circle pattern. The stage difficulty story dimensional clash normal mode chapter 2 has been lowered. Later has been added to Vision Marvel Studio WandaVision recommended position. Game error fixes. There is a lot of shit here, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go through that because I think this video has been long enough, and most of them don't actually apply to most people. So that is pretty much it for the patch notes for update 710, guys. I think this is a great update, good update for pay-to-play players, veterans, and a good update for free-to-play players and new players. I think that this update is perfect for everybody. Yes, there's no Thanos in this update, guys, but let's be honest, Thanos is already a very strong character in the game. Might not be a god or a meta character anymore, but he's still a very strong character in Marvel Future Fight and did not need to be upgraded as much as the other Black Order's characters. So maybe in the future we're gonna get maybe in the future we're gonna get another Thanos upgrade, but for now this is the upgrade we're getting for the Black Order. Hopefully we get a new character in a mid-month update. That'll be great because it's been a while since we got a new characters, and that'll be great for new free-to-play characters to be released, so we can actually recruit the bastard and rank it up as free-to-play, because those free-to-play characters are always very, very strong. Just take a look at Cersei in the last time we got a free-to-play characters, amazing characters. So hopefully we get a new one soon. But anyway, guys, that was the patch note. What do you guys think about update V710? Are you happy as I am, or you're disappointed, guys? Let me know in the comment section. As always, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check the bell to get notified when posting a new video. Go live for the live stream. Don't forget, we're going to be live as soon as the update goes live today. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my community, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.